Hi guys, and welcome to a brand new series on the channel, and this is one that I am absolutely gonna love. This is based around my favourite footballer, probably of all time, let's face it. I mean, he's just such a nice guy. You just can't help but love the guy. It's Frederic Frans, and this is it's always a Belgian. Because let's face it, it is. They just do what Belgians do. That's make teams better. Now, in this series, now you may well have seen similar series to these before on YouTube. Namely, Spencer FC does one quite similar to this called More Than a Legend, in which case he does Bobby Moore, who obviously is one of his favourite players of all time. Frederic Frans is mine, and what I'm doing is I'm basing this around Football Manager, and this series is all about Frederic Frans and building up him to be the legend that he actually is in real life. Now, the decision was for myself as to what league to play him in. Now, would I play him in his Partick Thistle role as is just now, or would I move him back to Lierse? Now, I chose to move him back to Lierse because for a simple reason that I really wanted to do a Belgian league save as well, and really this would give us the opportunity to do that, which was really good for myself. And also, it's Belgian second tier, so it gives plenty of scope for improvement, which is really good. So the premise of this is it's a randomised series. So basically, all I've done in the edit is move Freddie Frans to Lierse, make his preferred clubs Lierse and Partick Thistle, which was his former club, which he loves Glasgow. The guy has been in papers numerous times saying he loves Glasgow and would love to stay. But I've moved him back to Lierse, mainly to get the sort of hometown feeling towards this series. Moving back to Belgium, it's going to be a totally new experience from, and hopefully we can win things. Now, the reason I'm saying this is going to be a bit random is because it's all based on a randomiser as to what happens. The team will be based around this man, Freddie Frans, and players will come, players will go, but he will always be the mainstay. He will be in the team every single game, unless he's injured or suspended. He will be playing absolutely every single game. I don't care whether he's down on his knees or whatever, he will be playing. We need him in every game. Now, the things that we can do with this series, well, go to a randomiser. There's several options. Now, I'll talk you through each one just so you can get a grip of what's going to happen here. Buy any player means we can literally spend as much money as we have, which, by the way, with Lierse isn't a lot, on any player that we can afford. If the randomizer gives us that, then we have to spend whatever we think wise on whatever player we can get. Buy a youngster means that we have to sign someone under the age of 21. Same rules as the buy any player. We can basically go out and see who we want as long as he's under 21. So that's all cool. Buy a free transfer means basically buy anyone at all, any age, shape or form. As long as he's free transfer, we're good to go. Next option in that is lose the highest rated player from the last game. So if the randomizer chooses that we should do this, the highest rated player, whoever got the highest rating in that last game, will be lost, will be removed from the club, and well, let's just put it this way, I don't want that, because that would really screw us up majorly. Lose the lowest rated player from the last game is the next one, which again, similar thing. We're wanting to build up a side here around Freddie Frans. We don't want to lose players. Lowest rated player or not, players can have off games. You don't want to lose them. Simple. Next up is free a player. So that what that is basically you look at the squad, your randomisation of 1 to 11 of the last game played. Freddie Frans can't be involved, so if it falls on Frans, then he will not be, and we'll have to redo the randomisation. So basically, whoever that falls on is free transferred. They're out of our team. We cannot get them back. Simple as that. Next up, we'll transfer list a player. So obviously, Football Manager, being Football Manager, it's very in depth. So we just have to basically transfer list a player based on the previous game's result. Obviously, it's going to be the lowest rated player in the team um, that will be transfer listed. Next up is buy any Belgian. Now, as we all know, Belgians in football are fantastic. I mean, you just have looked at it down in England to see how many Belgians are actually playing in the top league. Look at their national team, how well they've done in qualification for the Euros, and obviously look at the one and only Frederic Frans. Only the second ever Belgian to play for Partick Thistle, by the way. The first one was Glenn Daniels, who played one game, and that was the last game of the season against Dumbarton. But Freddie Frans, major star, and hopefully this will help. And so buying in Belgium basically means just look at nationality of Belgium, sign whoever you can, best Belgian player you can sign according to the player, according to the team. That's what that will give us. Next one is out of position, so which basically means that you cannot play. This is sort of a handicap one, which really doesn't help us in any way, shape, or form. Basically, what we're going to try and do is win the game with playing every single player on the park out of position. So, for instance, Freddie Frans is centre back, so we play him at centre forward, for instance, that kind of thing, throughout the team. So, no player, including the goalkeeper, can play in their own position, which, to be honest, I'm not looking forward to. If we get that, I can see us getting hammered. But we'll see how it goes. Um, Lose a player to the team above and take a player from the team above in the next two. Now, these are subjective, obviously, because if you're top of the league, you haven't got a team above, so you have to take from the team below. But it'll be all based on their last game or your last game, basically how the players perform, and it's the lowest rated player will always go. Obviously, this will all become second nature once we see it playing, and hopefully it'll really you really like this and take it on. So, switch of play is the next one, which I think is quite interesting. Basically, what it means is if you've got a right midfielder and a right fullback, they have to play on the left hand side for the game. And obviously, conversely, if you've got a left fullback and a left midfielder, they've got to play on the right hand side for the game. Just a wee touch that'll just see how things go. Obviously, if you've got fullbacks who can play either position, bonus for you. Next up is child's play. This is one where, apart from Freddie Frans, the rest of the team has to be under 21. You cannot play anyone that is over the age of 21. So 22 and over, no chance. They are not playing in this game if you get that by the randomiser. Interesting to say the least, and it also will help if you've got a play youngsters clause in your contract. There's also two loan player agreements that we're going to be looking at, which is loan player for one game and loan player for 3 games. So this could be anyone, and this is player's choice. This is in this case, my choice. So if, for instance, using the in-game editor, you can do this quite easily. If, for instance, I decide that we could use Gianluigi Donnarumma, for instance, in goals for 3 games. If we got this, then I could do that immediately. Obviously, you could pick Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, whoever it is that you think would suit the team best at the time. But you can only use them for 1 or 3 games, which again is limiting, but it's also very good because it means that if you get that and you're facing 3 games that are really tough, you could get a player that will really dig you out of it. Now, obviously, there's two more to go, and these are pretty self-explanatory. Hare and tortoise. Now, what this means is that your your lowest rated player, sorry, from the last game is either made a hare or a tortoise. So, in other words, the stats that make up the um, basically the acceleration, and you have to play them in the next game. That's the rule, is that you have to play them no matter what happens. You have to play them in the next game. So acceleration, agility, pace, they're all released. They're all either down to 1 or up to 20. There's no in betweens or whatever, but they will be returned again to their previous values for the next game. So, for instance, if let's just have a wee look here and say, let's pick you. I don't even know how you say your name. Muad Towel, we'll go for that one. So he would go from 13, 11, and 3 if he got the tortoise to 1, 1, and 1. And then after that game, he would automatically go back up to 13, 11, 13. So conversely, he'd go up to 20, 20, 20, and go down to 13, 11, 13. So that's how that would work. So what we're going to do is, this was just a really introductory video to show you what was going to happen, show you who the main man is. Obviously Frederic Frans, legend in my eyes, a lovely guy too. 6'4", and to be fair, he makes me look like an absolute midget in any photos I've taken with the guy. And I'm actually heavier than him, which is actually quite embarrassing. I'm only 5'9", and he's 6'4", and I'm actually heavier than the guy, which probably is more to do with me than him. But I'm sure you'll be delighted at hearing that. But let's see how this goes. New series will start next episode. We'll get into some games. These will only apply to league and cup games, and hopefully we'll see where we can go with Lierse, because if we can get up to the top league, the end goal here is to win the league and win the Champions League with Freddy Frans. That's where we're wanting to aim for. Fingers crossed we can do it. Let's get into this series. Hope you guys like this, and if you do, stick a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and hope I'll see you guys next time. Cheers guys.